What's cracking with your snacking snacker stars? It's me, the BRE, the man in the backwards hat, and I'm a man with a plan, Brandon from the sAs, the Snack Food Appreciation Society, and I'm here back to visit our friends at Jerry's, but in a different location to try out their latest politically themed cheesesteak and something else. What's going to happen? We'll find out right after this on OTR. You are looking live at Jerry's Subs and Pizza on Richmond Highway in the Beacon Hill section of Alexandria, Virginia. Not really Alexandria because it's Fairfax County. I'm right beside an Applebee's, which used to be the Ground Round, and then you've got a Krispy Kreme in the distance. Across the street you have a restaurant which is vacant that used to be called the Ranch House. They had pretty cheap breakfast items, things like that, steak and eggs. Of course, you have the ever-present Walmart across the street, as well as Chuck E. Cheese and some other fairly recently added eating establishments. Also, back there behind that shopping center, believe it or not, there is a tent city with drifters and homeless people and the like who live back there. Anyway, this particular Jerry's used to be a Church's Fried Chicken in the 1980s, just a particular note. Alright, today I'm here at Jerry's Subs and Pizza to take a look at two new items. And what are those items? Let's take a look. It's very sunny outside, but this is item number one. They've just recently started selling drumsticks. They've had wings for a while, as you may have seen in some of our previous Jerry's videos, but now they have drumsticks, and the drumsticks come in tangy barbecue, Old Bay, buffalo, and the flavor I got, which is a DC favorite, Spicy Mumbo. Mumbo is basically a tomato concentrate with white wine vinegar and some other stuff mixed up into it to give you a nice sweet sticky flavored sauce, sometimes a little bit spicy as well. Everywhere in DC has it, and everywhere in DC does it a different way. Anyway, these 4 drumsticks were $5.99, and yeah, they look interesting. Very, very sauced up. Not the biggest drums in the world, but more realistic than you may get at some places. Maybe a little less steroids involved, huh? I don't know. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at item number 2, which is the main event of the day. Item number 2 continues the Jerry's tradition of politically themed cheesesteak sandwiches with what they're calling the Crooked CheeseSteak. Of course, back in July, when we were invited by Jerry's to come down and try a variety of things, we tried their wall cheesesteak, which of course was themed with, red merchandising colors and so forth, and was kind of based off of you-know-who, Mr. Trump. And then this one, because Mr. Trump calls you-know-who Miss Hillary, quote-unquote, crooked, has a blue themed overall marketing theme, and this particular sandwich is quite different. It is a cheesesteak, but it also includes ham, if you get down close in there, grilled onions, barbecue sauce, which I'm not really seeing much of here, but I saw the fellow behind the counter putting it on, so I know it's in there, and Fritos brand corn chips. Not sure where the corn chips come into play. The wall cheesesteak had those fried onion straws on them, and also it was a zesty Southwest sauce. This has the barbecue sauce instead. Maybe that's inspired by Mrs. Clinton's Arkansas roots. I don't know. Anyway, looks pretty good. Looks like they got plenty of meat in there. I paid how much for this sandwich? It was $8.99 for the Crooked CheeseSteak. Alright, let me go ahead and reset, and I'll take a bite of all these for you and let you know what I think on this hot October edition of OTR. Alright gang, I am back to check out these 2 brand new items from Jerry's. I'm going to check out the drumsticks first, the Spicy Mumbo sauce flavored drumsticks, and I'm going to pick up the one that looks like it's the meatiest and the juiciest. Get myself a napkin at the ready, because these things are very saucy. They are deep fried. I saw them put them in the fryer. And I guess then they are tossed in the mumbo sauce. Let me go ahead and show that to you a little bit more closely. Yep, there you go. Show it to you next to my noggin the way I always do. Like I said, not the largest drumsticks in the world, but they're pretty meaty looking. It smells kind of like most of the mumbo sauces that I've ever had. Let me go ahead and take a bite. I really like that a lot, guys. Very, very tasty. The one thing I would say is that it's inconsistent in terms of the way it's cooked on the outside. The inside's perfectly cooked, very nice, evenly done. But on the outside, some areas are really crunchy and some areas are a little too oversauced and kind of mushy on the skin. So, you know, in that aspect, that's not my favorite part of it. I wish it was crispy all the way around, and these things would be a knockout 100% full thumbs up. The mumbo sauce is a little less tangy and sweet than some of the ones I remember, and I'm not getting any spicy from it whatsoever. So, to call it spicy mumbo, it's a little bit of a stretch, but I do like these and would definitely eat them again. For $5.99, I think maybe they should probably also offer a 2-pack. I don't know, for maybe $3.50 or something like that. Just a thought, guys. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 3/4 thumbs up. Pretty good. Wish they had a 2-pack. Wish it was more crispy. Then you'd probably get a full thumbs up on that one. Let me go ahead and grab onto this Crooked CheeseSteak. Now, in full disclosure, while I was sitting here setting up, the fella from behind the counter came running out here with a little foil satchel, actually just some tin foil balled up, knocks on the door over here and says, "Hey, these are chips." And I'm like, "All right, these are chips." I was like, "That's right, it's supposed to have Fritos on it." I hadn't even looked at it yet, so apparently forgot to put the Fritos on the sandwich, or maybe when it's to go they give them to you on the side anyway, which is good because then they wouldn't get all soggy and whatnot. But if I had truly been going to go and leave, I would not have my Fritos. Oh well, thankfully I do. Let me go ahead and pull out half of this medium sandwich for $8.99. Show it to you next to my noggin. Pretty decent size. I think they're mediums, like an 8 or 10 inch or something like that. So it's definitely not a small sandwich. Show you that cross section in there. Lots of meat and cheese. It's got American and provolone. Got the grilled onions. Got a lot of things that you want in a cheesesteak. Plus ham. Wow. All right. Let me go ahead and take a bite. I missed out on the Fritos on that first bite, so let me go ahead and bite it a little bit more towards the top here and see if I can get some of those and some of the barbecue sauce in here too. Once again, Jerry's proves that they know their way around a cheesesteak, ladies and gentlemen. This is outstanding. The Fritos, I'm not really sure they're necessary, but they're there, and they add a little bit of crunch, which is always a good thing to add to a sandwich, a little bit of crunch. The lady behind the counter asked me if I wanted lettuce and tomato. I said, nope, I want it the way it is on the picture, and that's basically the way I got it. Outstanding the way the ham and the steak are combined together with the cheese. Now, how Jerry's cooks their cheesesteaks is they cook, the steak, then they put the cheese on there, but then they put the bun on top of the cheese. See what I'm saying? And then flip it over so that the cheese is kind of on the bottom. And that helps actually envelope the sandwich even better than what you would normally get from a lot of places that just put the cheese on top at the end, or scoop the whole thing and have the cheese on the top, because you're not really getting the cheese and the bread working together like they are in this sandwich. And of course their bread is a really good bakery bread that's kind of firm and crunchy on the top, but nice and soft and pillowy, but tends to hold up really well. Grilled onions, of course, add nice beefy subtexture and subflavor to the steak, as always. How you can add an onion or a vegetable to beef and make it taste beefier, I don't know, but it does happen. The barbecue sauce, there actually might not be quite enough barbecue sauce on this. It's a smoky, sort of tangy barbecue sauce, one of the darker ones, maybe like a bullseye or something like that. And it's pretty good too. I like that. You know what, guys, I cannot in clear conscience give this anything less than a full thumbs up. And I paid for this time, guys. This wasn't on Jerry's. This was on me. This was on the SAS. And yeah, same result. cheesesteaks, always knocking it out of the park here at Jerry's Subs and Pizza. So visit when you can. I don't get wrapped up into the politics. In fact, if you join the sAs group on Facebook, which you can do by clicking on the link down below, there's really no political talk allowed. I'm not voting for either one of those jabrones, I'll tell you that much. I think I'm going to vote for Broken Matt Hardy. I don't know. I'll write him in. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. This Saturday, if you're in the D.C. area, Fairfax County, if you're in Maryland, if you're in anywhere around Northern Virginia, you want to come to the Annandale Sports Center in Springfield to check out Nova Pro Wrestling's Saturdays of Thunder show, ladies and gentlemen. The main event is a big match, I Quit match. Brandon Day taking on Tim Dunst. I think this is their third big match, and last time I believe Day got the best of Dunst in that no holds barred, no disqualification match that was very, very violent at One Crazy Summer. Now we're going to see him in an I Quit match, and there's nowhere to go but up from there, ladies and gentlemen, as you're going to see an Ultra J championship match as Chet Sterling, who knocked off Cedric Alexander on his way out to WWE, will take on Bobby Shields. Also, in tag team action, Sanjay Dutt and John Kerman will take on Storm of Entrails in a big, big match. Also, for months and months and months, the devious, the dastardly Money Green has had a personal service contract over the young superstar Ryo. And ladies and gentlemen, if Ryo can do the impossible, if he can defeat the undefeatable and the undefeated Eric Royal here in Annandale, or Springfield, at the Annandale Sports Center, Ryo will be freed of the personal services contract and freed of the evil, dastardly Money Green. Also, ladies and gentlemen, in tag team action, you'll see the debut of international independent superstar Chuck Taylor. You will see Cutie and the Beast. You will see also the Sandwich Squad, which is the sAs's favorite. All that and more at the Annandale Sports Center this Saturday, October 22nd, for Saturdays of Thunder with Nova Pro Wrestling. Be there. Also, ladies and gentlemen, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Brandon Reich SAS. Make sure you use the hashtag Snack Society so we know what you're talking about. And you know what? That way you know what we're talking about too and what we're eating. And that's very, very important. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe. And in the meantime, in between time, we'll see you at the matches on Saturday. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.